Hello students, continuing with our topic triangles, and in triangles we are discussing congruency of triangles. So this is one more example we will do. So in this question it is given, first we will write down the given part. Given part is OB and OC are angle bisectors of angle B and angle C. This is the symbol for angle B and angle C. You can also write it as angle ABO will be equal to angle OBC and angle ACO will be equal to angle OCB. Write this. We can also mention this. So now what we need to prove? We need to prove that AO is bisector of angle A. We need to prove that AO is the bisector of angle A, or you can also say it like this: angle BAO is equal to angle CAO. This is we need to prove. Angle BAO is equal to angle CAO. So now, up to now, in all the examples which we have discussed, we have not taken any question in which we have to do construction, but in this case we need construction. Okay, we need to prove these two angles as equal. Now in figure we can see these two angles are this and this. Okay, we need to prove these two angles as equal. Now we know that if we have to prove them equal, we need two triangles to be congruent, and I know that I want to prove that this triangle BAO, if becomes congruent to triangle OAC, then our work will be done. So for that, what we have to do? We have to do construction in this. Okay, what type of construction we will do? And since we are doing construction, so first we will not write this to prove part. First we will write down construction part, then only we will write down to prove part. Okay, earlier when we have to write down construction, then we will write to prove. Okay, so now in construction part, what you will write? We will write, let draw OP perpendicular to suppose AC, OQ perpendicular BC, and OR perpendicular to AB. We draw these three perpendiculars. So how this is like this. This is one of the perpendicular, this is the other one, and this is the third one. Okay, we have three perpendiculars: OP, P is this point, Q is this point, and R is this point. So we have three perpendiculars, and now what we need? We need to prove these two triangles as congruent. Okay, so for now, consider the triangle ORB and OBQ. What we do? Prove triangle ORB and OBQ and OBQ. In these two triangles, I draw a little figure here also. So this is the O point, this is the perpendicular which we have drawn, this is the other perpendicular which we have drawn, this is Q point, this is R point. Okay, this is a O. Now in these two triangles, this part is equal to this part, because OB is the bisector of angle B. So suppose this is angle 1, this is angle 2. So I write down as angle 1 is equal to angle 2, and this part is given. Similarly, OB is equal to OB is common. OB is equal to OB is common to both the triangles ORB and OBQ. And also angle ORB is equal to angle OQB, each 90 degree by construction. We have done this. So we have got three things: two angles and one side. Now listen, this is the side which we have used, OB. Okay, one angle we have used is this one and other one is this one from this triangle. So side and these two are the angles. Similarly in this we have these two angles and this side. So only one angle lies on this side. Only one angle lies on this side. So we can say that by angle side, triangle ORB is congruent to triangle OQB. Verify this from here also. Okay, only then this relation will be correct if all these three things will be followed from this. Now these are congruent. So from this we can say that OR can be written equal to OQ by CPCT, congruent part of congruent triangle, so they will be equal. Now consider the other part. This was point C and here we have this as the bisector. This is angle 2, suppose this is angle 3 and 4. 2 we have taken already, 3 and 4, and this was one more perpendicular, OP. Now in the same way, triangle OPC will be congruent to triangle OQC. Similarly, I am writing here similarly, but you have to solve it. Okay, how? Using these 3 points again and again. How you will use it? Angle 3 equal to angle 4, this angle 90, this angle 90, OC will be common. So again you will get these two as common, these two as congruent by AAS again. So from this you will get OP is equal to OQ by CPCT. Now consider these two things. OR is equal to OQ and OQ is equal to OP. So therefore OP is equal to OQ is equal to OR. So OP, OQ and OR are equal. OP, OQ and OR are equal. Now we move to the triangle this OAR and OPA. Now in these two triangles, now in triangle OAR and triangle OAP, I am drawing this figure again here. Now what happened? This is A, this is O, this point is A, this is the one perpendicular R, this is the other perpendicular P. And what we have proved that OR and OP are equal. So now in these two triangles we can say OA is equal to OA common, and OR is equal to OP proved above, and angle ORA is equal to angle OPA is equal to 90 degree each by construction. Okay, so in these two triangles, once again we have three things: two sides and one angle. So two sides and one angle. If we see what we have used this side and this side, and similarly in this triangle this side, and this angle is 90 degree, and in both the triangles you will see that hypotenuse and one of the other sides is equal. So triangle here I am writing it, triangle OAR is congruent to triangle OAP by RHS. By RHS criteria, triangles will be congruent, and therefore angle OAR will be equal to angle OAP by CPCT. What we are doing, we are proving that the triangles are congruent, means triangles can overlap each other, and then we will say that which part will be covered by which part. So angle OAR will be covered by OAP because these two triangles are congruent, and by congruent part of congruent triangle these two angles will be same. So if these two angles are same, it means OA bisects angle A, which means OA bisects angle A. Okay, so this was one of the important example. Okay, because in this we have to do construction, only then we can simply solve it or get the desired result. Okay, so in the next example we have these two figures, and it is given that AB is equal to the PQ side of the other triangle, BC is equal to QR of the other triangle, and suppose this is AD is equal to PM, and these AD and PM are the medians. It is given in the statement that AD and PM are the medians. Now we need to prove that triangle ABC and PQR are congruent. We have to write down this. Okay, so now we can clearly see that we have two things in these two triangles, AB and PQ equal, given, BC QR equal, it is also given. Now ADPM are equal, but if we want to prove that two triangles are congruent, we can only use the angles of that triangle or sides of that triangle. In between the triangle, whatever it is, it can be used somehow to prove that triangles are congruent. Okay, so AD and PM will help us to prove that triangles are congruent. So proof, we are not doing any construction in it, so we are doing proof. So first we will look in triangles ABD and triangle PQM. We are looking at the triangle ABD and PQM. In this we have AB is equal to PQ, BC is equal to QR. These two parts are given. So if these two parts are given, it means, and also that BC, half of BC will be equal to half of QR. Why? Because AD and PM are the medians. Medians divides the opposite side into equal parts. So half of BC can be written as BD, and half of QR can be written as QM. Okay, so BD is equal to QM. So in this triangle ABD will be congruent to PQM by SSS. All three sides are equal. Listen, BD is equal to QM, but we have got now AB is equal to PQ is given, AD is equal to PM is given. So the two triangles are congruent by SSS. We need to verify whether this result we have written correctly or not. So listen, according to this, AB is equal to PQ is correct. Okay, BD is equal to QM is also correct, and AD is equal to PM is also correct. So this is correct way to write it, this congruency by SSS. So from this we can also say that angle BAD is equal to angle QPM by CPCT. By CPCT, what we have got that these two angles are equal, BAD and QPM are equal. Also by CPCT we can see that these two angles will be equal. By CPCT you can see that angle BABD is equal to angle PQM by CPCT. We can equate the required angles and required sides, whatever is required, by looking at this relation only. Okay, so these are equal. So now you can clearly see that ABD and PQM are equal. So this angle is ABD, and this angle is PQM. Now forgot this length in between, forgot about the median. What we have got? We have got AB is equal to PQ in this triangle. We have got BC is equal to QR in this triangle, it is given, and these two angles are equal, we have just proved. So triangle ABC will be congruent to PQR by which criteria? Side, angle, side, because angle is between the two sides. Angle is between the two sides, so triangles will be congruent. Okay. Now next. Now the next example based on congruency. Now in this, suppose we have, this is more of a real life problem. So this is suppose a river, okay, and we want to measure the width of the river. We want to measure this width of the river. So what we have to do, suppose this point is A, okay. So to measure the width of the river, we move along the river, okay. Suppose there is a point T, okay, and we move along the river to point, suppose B, and we have to choose a point T in between AB. We choose a point T in between AB. Now what we have to do to measure the width of the river, we move along the river up to point B and take a point T which is the mid of AB. Now along this point, from B, what we need to do? We need to do a perpendicular from B. Okay. We draw a perpendicular from B. We move perpendicularly from B to suppose to point C. And this point C is such that this point D, T and C are in same straight line. Okay, we have to choose this point C such that D, T and C are in the same straight line. Now we can clearly see that length of BC, length of BC will be the required width of river. How? Now consider these triangles ADT and BTC. Now this is the width of the river we are looking for. So to measure the distance, this width, this should be perpendicular. We cannot measure the width of the river like this. It should be perpendicular distance. So ADT and BTC, we can clearly see that these two angles will be same. Angle 1 is equal to angle 2. Why? Because these are vertically opposite angles. Okay. And we know that angle DAT is equal to angle CBT, each 90 degree. These two angles are 90 degree. And the position of point T was such that AT is equal to TB. This was by construction. We have chosen the point T as the midpoint of AB only. So now we have got three things between these two triangles. And if we look at this, we have used this side and these two angles, and this side and these two angles. Clearly the points are lying on this side. So by angle, side, angle, triangles. So by angle, side, angle, triangles, ADT is congruent to triangle. ADT is congruent to triangle BCT. Okay, and from this CPCT we can clearly see that AD will be equal to BC by CPCT. Okay. Now one more real life example. We need to measure the distance between 2 points A and B. We need to measure the distance between A and B, but there is some obstacle between these two. So we cannot measure the distance directly. So how can we measure this distance? So to measure AB, we can use congruency. So suppose there is a point T from which both the points are visible, A and B are visible. So this is the TA and this is TB. So this point is suppose T. Okay. Now to measure the distance AB, we now extend TB to C. Extend TB to C such that TB and TC are equal. Okay. Extend T to C such that TB and TC are equal. Now again AT is there. Now again extend AT to suppose D such that AT and TD are equal. First we extend this BT and now we extend this AT. Okay, and join this. Okay, now we can clearly see that AB will be equal to CD. So length of CD will be equal to AB. But how? Using congruency. Now listen, take triangle ATB and triangle CTD. We know that AT is equal to BT. Sorry, AT is equal to TD. AT is equal to TD and TB is equal to TC. AT is equal to TD and TB is equal to TC. This is by construction. And we also know that angle ATB will be equal to angle CTD because these are again vertically opposite angles, and we know that vertically opposite angles are equal. So we have three things. We have used these two sides and this angle. We have used these two sides and this angle. So again by side angle side, triangle ATB is congruent to triangle ATB is congruent to triangle TD DTC. This must be followed. AT is equal to DT, TB is equal to TC, ATB is equal to DTC or CTD, same thing. So from this we can clearly see that AB is equal to DC by CPCT. So length of AB will be equal to CD. So this length can be measured by CD only. Okay. Now one more we do. In this question we need to prove that AOC is a straight line. We need to prove that AOC is a straight line. So what is given? Given part is ABCD is a rhombus. ABCD is a rhombus. So now we must be aware about the properties of rhombus. So all these lines should be equal. Okay, so this is the one of the property. So ABCD is a rhombus, and we need to prove ABCD is a rhombus, and also it is given that OD is equal to OB. This is also given. And now we need to prove that AOC is a straight line. AOC is a straight line we need to prove. So proof of this. So now to prove anything a straight line, what we need, we will prove that sum of the angles on this is 180. If these two angles sum will be 180, then it will be a straight line. So suppose this is angle 1, this is angle 2, this is angle 3, and this is 4. Suppose these are the 4 angles. Now consider the triangle AOD and BOA. Consider the triangle AOD and BOA. Now in these two triangles we can clearly see that AD, length of AD is length of AB are same. AD is equal to AB because sides of rhombus. These are the sides of rhombus, and sides of rhombus are equal. It is also given in the figure that OB and OD are equal. This is also given. These two things are given. And we also see that AO is equal to AO because it is common to both the triangles. AO is common to both the triangles. So therefore we can see that triangle AOD is similar to AOB. AOB and AOD are similar. So therefore we can say by SSS, and so we can say that angle at O, that is angle AOD, is equal to angle AOB. Listen, AOD AOD is equal to AOB, means angle 1 and 3 are same. Angle 1 is equal to angle 3. Okay. Similarly, we can prove it for triangle DOC and triangle COB. We can prove these two triangles as congruent, because DC will be equal to this side, because length of the sides of a rhombus are equal. These two lengths are given as equal, and OC will be common, so angle 2 will be equal to angle 4 by CPCT. These two will again be congruent by SSS. So we can clearly see that sum of all these should be 360 degree. Sum of 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, because sum of angles at a point, this is this sum of angles at a point, and sum of angles at a point is 360. And we know that 1 and 3 are same, 2 and 4 are same. 1 and 3 are equal, 2 and 4 are equal. So we can write it as angle 1 plus angle 1, angle 2 plus angle 2 will be 360, or we can say that angle 1 plus angle 2 will be 180 degree, because this is twice of angle 1 plus twice of angle 2, 360. So angle 1 plus 2 is 180 degree. Therefore now 1 and 2, sum of angle 1 and angle 2 is 180. So AOC is a straight line. So AOC is a straight line. Okay. So guys, this was also the one of the important example. I hope you will like the video. Don't forget to subscribe the channel. Thanks for watching.